Welcome and thanks for joining me for Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Journeys in the Stolen Lands. We've been here at Bald Hilltop. We took care of more monsters coming through the portal here. And as you can see, we've got some issues that need to be taken care of. So we're going to head back to Tuskdale and manage that before we do anything else. Okay, we're back in Tuskdale, back in the throne room. We rested. I don't think this quest is actually, yeah. So we still have, I don't think that quest has resolved because we still have this event here. So I'm going to see if we need to skip a little time to finish this. Skip a day. Okay. The barony managed to persevere and enjoys peace once again. I'm still curious, like this, when we started this event up yesterday, it had a 45% chance of completion. I'm not sure that that percentage means anything. Like, we went and killed the beasts at Bald Hilltop. Doesn't it even say here, like, triumph or success or anything? It's just done. I'm just curious if anybody knows, like, if there's any point in using our crisis points to improve the odds on this one day event, or if this is like just a thing we have to do and it's gonna resolve either way. Anyway, okay. I think that's all we need to do here for now. We need some more BP now to be able to establish. Actually, we can maybe able to put the settlement here. We just won't be able to build anything yet. We recently claimed the South Gnarl Marches into our barony, so we've got a settlement we can add. Let's put it along the river here somewhere. How about kind of near Candlemere? Gnarl Keep. Oh, we don't even have enough money to do that. Okay, I'm not going to buy BP right now because we still won't be able to build anything there. All right, so the ancient curse. The attacks on our barony have stopped. We'll have to wait for news to arrive. So, that leaves a couple companion quests we've got. But then we have this hunting lodge. We need to go meet our neighbors, people we invited to the hunt. And then we also have the curse at Candlemere, which Willis Gunderson wants us to go check out. It's kind of curious to me that this popped up now after we've already finished the troll quest, and I wonder if we just didn't do something to advance that part of it forward, or if this is normal for it to come this late. I can't remember. So I think I'm actually leaning towards going ahead and working on the companion quests. We need to go pick up the printing press for Linzi. I think we might just go do that just to get it taken care of. And then we could go meet Tristian in the city. And I know that eventually that leads us to another point on the map, so we can at least get that started. I'm going to head out. We're going to grab Linzi and head down to Swamp Witch's hut and try to gather up the parts for that printing press. Okay, we did kind of a quick level up of Linzi. I hope we don't need her in a fight, because she's not going to do a whole lot for us. We're going to head down here to Swamp Witch's hut and hopefully pick up the printing press real quick and then head back to Tuskdale. Okay, we ran into some peaceful travelers on our way. Okay, I think this is the first time we've run into this skeletal merchant. Skeleton walks slowly towards you. His skull is filled with coins, which glimmer through his empty eye sockets, clinking with every step. He halts beside a cart filled with valuable-looking items. He waves at you in a friendly manner with his bony hand. Hello, hello, allow me to introduce myself. I am the skeletal salesman. Do not look upon my face or its absence. Look at my wares, choose, buy. Who are you? Oh, this story is as sad as it is cautionary. The skeleton raises a thin white finger. I was once like you, wandering in search of adventure, fearlessly delving into dark caves, hidden temples, and ancient ruins, taking whatever I pleased. But then, I set forth on an adventure which was to crown my career. I discovered the den of a dead dragon. A massive treasure trove lied within. I could purchase all of Absalom with such a hoard, and half of Restov with the change. The owner lay dead upon the heap of gold, bare bones, just as I am now, breathless and still. How was I to know he wasn't truly dead, or rather he was, but not quite? You know, undead. A dragon lich. I couldn't have imagined it in my wildest dreams. He grabbed a hold of me with his bony talon, and I bid my life farewell, but then I looked upon the pile of bones and equipment left behind by the dragon's former guests. In my panicked mind coughed forth a brilliant idea. An idea worth 1,000,000 coins. I offered the dragon a deal, and he agreed. Imagine that. You see, dragons are greedy for treasure, but they have no need of swords or armor, so I offered to hold a sale. I would turn the junk he has been storing for ages into newly minted coins. The dragon approved of the idea and gave me the job. He did, however, place a curse upon me, as you can see. Now I am but bare bones, but fear not, to tell you the truth, I rather enjoy it. I go wherever I please, talk to interesting people, and no longer need I fear death. Where is your master's den? I've been asked this question many times. Do you so badly desire that your weapons end up in my cart? If so, then just sell them to me. Or do you imagine that you will find your fortune where hundreds before you have found only death? True, optimism runs through the blood of every treasure hunter, even those of us who have no blood at all. The skeleton laughs and rattles his bones. I even suggested to my master that I sell maps to his den, guaranteed revenue, and new inventory, but he had no interest in this. He detests guests. He says they distract him from the contemplation of eternity. I suppose the clinking of the coins I bring him does not. Anyway, I couldn't point you to his den even if I so desired. My master robs all memory of the location of his den as soon as I step foot upon the highway. When it's time to replenish my stock, it is he who finds me. Okay, so I forgot that he was involved with this dragon. I wonder if we can eventually find this dragon den. Maybe fight him. See if we got anything we want to buy. We don't necessarily need a corrosive weapon at the moment. Just a lot of money to spend on a weapon. Unless it's something we really know we want. I wonder if this tower shield is an upgrade for Alvar. What's he got on? Still just has a plain old tower shield. This would give him a couple more AC. +3 bonus on saving throws against blindness. I mean, we're probably going to pick up something like that eventually, but this would be an immediate upgrade for him. I think we go ahead and get that. Anything else? I think we'll just buy this shield and call that good. We can stick that on Alvar. Cool. Alright, we could sell that other shield to him. So we're not carrying that around. Whole 7 gold for that. Deal. Okay. Well, we need to be on the lookout for the dragon. I ended up always kind of just ignoring that skeletal salesman in my other playthrough whenever we ran into him. Maybe we need to somehow press him for more info on his master's den. Though he says he doesn't know how to get there. But I wonder if...
I feel tired.
wonder if we buy enough stuff from him to where maybe the dragon needs to come find him. There's a way to draw him out that way. Maybe we need to take advantage of what he has to sell us more often.
A rest would be
My
welcome.
instincts dull when I'm tired.
Okay, we got people tired. But I don't think there should be anything else here to worry about. Other than I know, like, over here there's some owlbears. I don't know what's up here either. But as far as getting to the printing press, I think we're safe. Okay, Linzi, see anything good here? After inspecting all the boxes in the wagon, Linzi barely restrains herself from kissing the mechanisms inside. book press, safe and sound. Just need some assembly. Yay. I can't believe it. My own publishing house. I have so many ideas, so many plans. I don't know where to begin. What do you think I should print first? This machine needs to pay itself off quickly. Just start with cheap fiction. The quality doesn't matter much as long as they sell well. Well, that's not really what I had in mind, but you're right. Art is art, but we can't forget the pelt. Can't forget the pelf it requires. What is pelf? It's a deal. I'll pay you back for the printing press, and then I'll work toward my higher calling as a bard and as a book printer. Let's get to it. I'll send for horses to get this delivered the rest of the way to the capital. Nice. Somebody leveled up. Ruin. Alright, let's take care of that. So we finished off our quest there for now. We're going to need to build a printing press, though. Okay, we leveled up Bruin. He got another stat point in Wisdom, which gets that up to 22. And then that's basically it. We need one more level in Cleric for him to get the Guarded Hearth. Kind of working towards that. Can create a ward to protect a specified area. But for now, he doesn't get a whole lot. We'll check his... He picks up new spells here, so we'll look at his spell book.
I feel tired.
Okay, he picked up some level 4 spells here, so we've got Protection from Energy, Communal, and then a couple Cure Critical Wounds. Then you got, let's see, you got a new slot here for level 2, so we added Remove Paralysis. I think once in a while, I think this would work against like Hold Person, that kind of thing. We can free somebody if we need to. And then we swapped out Shield of Faith because I always basically forget to use it. Which maybe I should just try to do a better job of remembering that. But I thought maybe adding Bane here, that he can cast all enemies within a 30-foot burst. -1 penalty on attack rolls and saving throws against fear effects. I don't know if that would kind of synergize with Alora's Phantasmal Killer. If they don't pass a Fortitude save, they die from fear. I don't know. I don't know if there's any synergy there with that. Anyway, that takes care of leveling him up. Is anybody else close to... Yeah, Alvar is close to level 8. He's the only one left. Amaya's close. Alora. Alright, everybody's getting close there. Now we need to pick Anna back up. Okay. So we've got the printing press. We're going to head back. Back to Tustdale, and we'll decide what to do from there. Okay, we're back home and rested. We're going to check in here at the Kingdom table. Okay, we do have a couple of problems here to deal with. Unfortunately, one of them, Ragongar, is busy. Can't put him on that. And then we have this Bandit Outrage. We're going to put Canera on that. We've got a lot of things going here. We're going to take over to the next month. And unfortunately, that'll mean we'll fail this. What is he on? He's on another problem, so... Yeah, we can't really just cancel that. So we're going to fail one of those. I don't think I'm going to skip time. Okay, we've got this one companion quest left for Tristian. So I think we're going to go find him. Take care of that. Okay, Tristian's down here in this little corner. Let's head down there. Okay, here he is. Amalia. Tristian's forehead is wrinkled, as if the priest is deeply puzzled. He's holding a piece of paper covered with writing. We are lucky to have met you. Meet Amalia, loyal follower of the Kingdom of the Cleansed. Do you remember? We've recently been discussing this unusual initiative. The priest raises an eyebrow suggestively. Amalia was so kind as to tell me everything that she and her friends are doing. Young Amalia turns her childishly round and freckled face and looks at you with clear green eyes. She wears a simple dress and a necklace made of dried ashberries and is holding a stack of papers. The girl blushes at the priest's words. Please stay a moment. It would be a pleasure for me to tell you about our kingdom. So what have you been discussing? I've just been asking how Amalia came to the kingdom. What attracted her to this teaching? Amalia suddenly blushes. There is someone in my family who followed the goddess commandments. Soon I myself will enter the kingdom, and I hope that through loyal service and veneration, I will prepare myself for the main test, which I have yet to endure. Tristian shakes his head. And your family don't mind that this will happen to you? Are they ready to sacrifice you to their goddess? Of course they are. To be one of the chosen, one of the cleansed, it's a great honor for each of us. But you are so strong. Why hurry to leave this world before you have experienced it in full? It's wrong to think about yourself. Once I wanted to live in Restov, wear dresses and walk down boulevards, but then these terrible things started happening. So many people in our village died. Amalia looks away. The goddess teaches that selfishness leads to trouble. Now my only wish is to serve the kingdom and the goddess. What did you find out about the kingdom, Tristian? Tristian leans gently towards Amalia. The kingdom of the cleansed is a brotherhood of those who believe in the great goddess, who promises salvation in return for cleansing. Forgive me, Amalia, if I'm missing any important details. Our mission is saving innocent souls from the curse that falls upon the heads of the undeserving. The goddess is ready to guard from evil anyone who kisses the ground and begs for mercy. Those who have rejected their sinful ways may enter the kingdom of the cleansed and pray for their speedy deliverance from worldly torments. Amalia's voice becomes monotone as if she is reading from notes, and her eyes stare emptily into space past your shoulder. To give your life for the goddess, isn't it the greatest honor any of us can receive? And destroy the false ruler, isn't that the truest destiny of all of nature's loyal servants? Does your goddess have a name? Yes, but only the first faithful knows it. He is the high priest to whom the goddess appeared. He delivers her commandments and shows us her will. Through him, she lays open her design to clear the tormented ground, sending signs and opening doors to her creatures through the bodies of mortals. What false ruler are you talking about? Amalia's eyes become round. The Baron, cursed by the goddess. He is the source of all our woes. He cast aside natural law and vandalized the field and forest. Tell me more about this deliverance from worldly torments. Inhabiting this world where unhappiness and unfairness multiply, taints the soul and turns it from the eternal kingdom of freedom and love granted by the goddess. But you can cleanse your sins by accepting her gift, a special goodness that sets the cleansed apart. Tristian closes his eyes. Goodness? What goodness could hide in a painful death? Not everyone is capable of withstanding the test, because the way to cleansing lies through bodily torment. But those who overcome their passions and prove their loyalty become the womb of the goddess, to bear her children, wild and beautiful as she herself. The soul of the cleansed rests in the hands of the goddess. Are you aware that I am the very same Baron who you are condemning? Tristian looks at you fiercely, trying very hard to maintain his polite smile. Amalia examines you, confused and embarrassed. You? It can't be. You're so polite. And Sir Tristian would hardly be friends with such a dreadful creature as the cursed Baron. Enough. I see you have many questions. Please take an invitation to our meetings. We meet at sunset in the appointed place, where we accept the sacrament from the first faithful himself. Amalia hands you one of her leaflets. Invitation from the Kingdom of the Cleansed. Soon another meeting will take place. Do come, you and Sir Tristian. Amalia looks at the priest dreamily, then quickly blushes and looks down at her toes. What are you holding? The same invitation that Amalia gave you. Tristian shows you the paper. Okay, we must go. I have to go too. I need to get to the other side of the city. I hope to see you at our next meeting. And you too, Sir Tristian. Amalia blushes and turns away quickly. So long, Amalia. May the good goddess save you. Okay, Tristian looks down at the leaflet he's still holding. His face is sad. A meeting at the appointed place. There are even directions how to get there. It looks like it's time we visit the sacrament. What do you think awaits us at the meeting? Tristian looks pensively into the distance. Whatever awaits, this mysterious first faithful will be there. Judging by his title, he's the one who invented this insane kingdom. I believe that talking to him will solve many of the riddles we face. Amalia looked at you very fondly, don't you think? Tristian shakes his head and turns grim. You distract us from our goal. Alright, let's get down to business. Tristian looks again at the leaflet he's holding. Will you come with me to the meeting? I would insist on participating in this investigation. I cannot let you go alone after I dragged you into this strange affair. Okay. So we need to take him to the cult meeting. As I recall, in my last playthrough, I put this off for a while. But I think since this actually ties into the whole monster thing that's to come, I want to go ahead and get that taken care of. So we'll probably do that. Actually, right now, let's just go do that.
My destination.
We've got supplies. I think we have everything we need. Swap him in there. Okay, we're gonna head down here to the Secret Sanctum and try to figure out what this cult is up to. I know we still haven't visited Bridge over the Gudrun River, but I'm definitely gonna want our full regular party before we do that. Okay, we're at the Secret Sanctum. We're gonna crash this cult meeting. Sacrament has already begun. The sky will split, the waters will part, and the ground itself will devour the evil that comes to us from the lands of death. You could skip through these. Beware false rulers. Their foul walls and rotten locks will not protect their henchmen from nature's wrath. Wait, didn't you order this preacher executed? Oh, is this Remus guy? Anyone who stands under the enemy's banner will be crushed by the same unrelenting force that inspires me. All who fall to their knees and devotes themselves to the goddess will be cleansed. Pray to her and you will be granted forgiveness in death. Hail Remus, herald of the goddess. Hail the prophet. Thank you, your holiness. Yeah, he's the one that was supposed to be executed. But I kind of felt bad about it, I think, at the time. This the first faithful. My subjects, servants of the kingdom of the cleansed, today is a special day, the day we have long prayed for. Today we shall finally wash away the filth from our souls and clear the path for our kingdom. Today the sacrament will end with a long-awaited sacrifice, which will please the goddess more than all our prayers. Once the goddess asked us meager sheep to repent our sins, but in our pride we were deaf to her appeals. Now she demands another sacrifice. Does he just blow them all up? I'm trying to remember what happens here. Or do we have to do that? The face of the first faithful, lit by torches, looks like a horrible mask, disfigured by rage and furious triumph. What do you say, Baron? Are you prepared to sacrifice your useless life for these people who you claim to care about? Oh boy. I'm loyal to my subjects, not to a group of crazy fanatics.
Entertainment!
I guess it is us that has to kill all these cultists. There's a lot of them. Well, let's get a blessing going here, Bruin. These are all just like, yeah, level 1, level 2. I think one good fireball in here, this is going to be over pretty quickly. You're not all going to have room there to get around Alvar. Okay, Amaya, let's inspire and haste. Okay, Alvar, you good?
Out of my way!
We'd probably be okay just real timing this, but I don't know what, like the Ruthgert, he might be a little more of a handful. We'll see what we get from a couple fireballs in here. Right there. gonna hit a lot of them. Yeah. We could just send Kane over here.
No fear.
Okay, Tristian. You can just... Let's see. Ruin already blessed. Could have just used Tristian for that. Well, here, just get in here on this rogue. Got some running away over there. Ruth, Gert, give them a little healing. Let's actually cast Bane here. I think we can real time this. I'm just a little worried about Ruth, Gert, but I don't know. Maybe we can clean this group up with the Thunder Call. Trying to speed things up here a little bit. Nice. Let's just go at it. After Kane takes care of this guy up here, we can send him. Oh, what happened up there? That one just like disappeared. Okay. Deal with the cultists. Oh, he's not dead. All right. Damn it. The goddess will know of your betrayal. He's just portaling out of there. Tristian's forehead is sweating and he breathes heavily as his eyes scan the battleground. I can't believe everything turned out like this. The priest gulps and closes his eyes as if trying to summon his courage. Are you alright? Tristian hesitates a moment. Yes, no, I'm not alright. I'll never get used to how quickly a peaceful conversation can turn into a bloody battle. This was so cruel and pointless. Don't worry, I'll gather myself now. The faithful shouted something about betraying the goddess. I have no idea what's going on in his insane mind. Perhaps he meant that you refused to submit to his knife. This was a trap. You may not have noticed, but the first faithful's face changed the very instant he noticed you. I think he's been prepared for our visit for a long time. The other cultists are getting away. Please let them be. Their leader is gone. Their friends are dead. They're just lost souls led into temptation by a wicked leader. If we are to eradicate this affliction, we must find the first faithful. It wouldn't help even if we tracked down every peasant in his cult. Please let us return to the city and consider how we may find their leader. Okay, I will carve out this affliction completely. I don't wish to allow the remains of this insane cult to survive. They will surely hold a grudge against me. I was hoping for another answer. Yeah. As soon as we reach the capital, I will seek out former cultists and learn where the first faithful might have escaped. Find me in the city later. Alright, we got a couple of people leveling up here. Nice. Okay, we got Amaya leveled up. We picked up Storm Call, which looks really cool. She can use her performance to summon bolts of lightning that deal electricity damage. The lightning storm lasts for as long as she continues her performance, calling down one bolt of lightning per round on a random enemy within 50 feet of the Thundercaller. That looks pretty awesome. And then Good Hope. All allies within a 15-foot burst. Instills powerful hope in the subjects. Each affected creature gains +2 morale bonus on saving throws, attack rolls, ability checks, skill checks, and weapon damage rolls. So that looks like that would be pretty nice to have on all the time, too. Okay. Alora. Okay, Alora picks up Invisibility Field. She can make herself invisible as a swift action. So, I mean, that, if nothing else, that's a good way for her to get out of a tough spot. But then her new spells, Greater Invisibility and Controlled Fireball. This Greater Invisibility, I'm thinking, like, we can put that on Kane. Send him anywhere. It's invisibility, except it doesn't end if the subject attacks. So he can just go in invisible and just start attacking people and they can't see him. I mean, we're going to definitely try that and see how that works. And then controlled fireball. That's just going to be really nice to be able to fling those fireballs wherever we want to, regardless of where our allies are at. Okay.
We should prepare.
Everybody, Alvar's close to level 8. I'm sure Anna probably is as well. Everybody else now is up to level 8. Okay. That's it here. We're going to take Tristian back home and pick up Anna. I guess maybe we need to talk to him. Let's head back. We'll go back and do that here before we finish up. So I'll meet you back in Tuskdale. Okay. As we were leaving, we've got cultists down here. I don't know what they're hanging out trying to get to the exit or something. I guess we're not going to let them leave.
Grant me strength.
Tristian might drop here. Everybody else is fine though. Kind of weird they were all just hanging out here like they couldn't get out the exit or something.
Retreat is always
Dan's
an
kind of in bad
option.
shape.
This is unexpected.
Okay, wow. What a massacre. Okay, now we'll try to get home. Okay, we came back here to the main square and looks like Linzi wants to talk to us. Linzi, wait, I want you to meet someone. Here, this is Tessie the Quill, a book peddler. If not for her, I'd probably still be sitting in a radish patch in my hometown. Tessie, a plump woman wearing heavily patched clothes, greets you with a broad, gap-toothed smile. Nice to meet you, your barony. Thanks for keeping an eye on this little tot. Where are you from? Right now or in general? Came from Mivon right now. As for in general, well, I'm from everywhere and nowhere. Was found under a bush and I've traveled with the wind ever since. How'd you meet Linzi? Went through her village from time to time. Weren't many buyers. I was lucky to sell half a dozen calendars each year, maybe a couple of cheap, vulgar prints. Then a priest from the capital went to live there and he got the young people interested in reading little by little. Some would ask for romance stories, some wanted heroic tales. Well, one day this little tot came by and traded her father's belt, 2 bottles, and a hunk of bread for a 2-volume collection of legends about the Archknights of Avestan. Came back later all tear-stained, looked like her daddy didn't need the belt after all. So she sniffles at me and says, "Take me with you, I can help," and looks at me like a lost puppy. So I took her along, why not? And that's what got the ball rolling. What brought you here? A little bird told me about a proper city in the Stolen Lands now, one with a printing house, with an old friend of mine sitting in that printing house at that. So I came by to see her, maybe buy some books while I'm at it. Will you be staying? Me? Not really sure, probably for a while at least. People here seem fine. They read at least. Then again, there is a printing house here, and I get to catch up with Linzi. Hadn't seen her for a few years, you know. After I get tired of things here, I'll be on my way again. You travel around. Have you heard anything interesting about my neighbors? Tessie hides the money and smiles knowingly. Of course I do. Who do you want to hear about? How are things in Brevoy? Bad. People in Restov are honing their swords. With the royal house gone, it's just a matter of time until there's some big uproar. Everyone knows it, and no one wants it, but there doesn't seem to be any way to avoid it. Any news from Mivon? The usual. Schemes and duels. Seems a bunch of runaway bandits flooded in there from Brevoy. Rumor has it the great houses are intentionally straining Mivon so the Aldori there won't be able to help Restov when the carnage begins. What's going on in Pidax? Under King Irvedi, what isn't? Parties, parades, executions. Oh, everything you could want. The king robs the trade houses that used to own the city. He brought some gang in from Numeria who's been selling deliriant potions. He sends strange expeditions into nearby lands, but no one knows what he's looking for. Nobody can tell what the kook's thinking, that's why he always wins. Has anyone asked about my lands? Now, don't you go taking me for a spy, alright? Honestly, go ahead and check me with magic or just ask Linzi. I'm happy to hear and pass along rumors, but I don't go spying on purpose. My business is books. As for your question, well, of course they're interested. People in Restov want to know if they were right to wager on you, while Mivan and Pidax are still trying to take the measure of their new neighbor. No one knows what to expect from you, so they're getting themselves ready for some surprises. Okay. I wonder if we should be coming back to her once in a while to ask her about our neighbors. I know she hangs around here somewhere. And Linzi's off. Okay. Well, I was gonna check in here with Hassef. Got some junk to sell. Okay, we sold some stuff to Hassef, and now we're back here in our throne room. Does not appear there's anything new here, so we just need to talk to Tristian. Thank you for coming. Unfortunately, I have bad news. I managed to find a couple of cultists from the Kingdom of the Cleansed. The poor fellows were scared to death, but I comforted them and promised not to speak their names. Anyway, they left the capital, fearing your wrath. None of them saw the first faithful after that fateful meeting. The scoundrel vanished into thin air, and with him, all meetings, sacraments, and talk of the goddess. It looks like the peculiar power of curses in the Stolen Lands is not in fact connected to these lunatics. Anyway, we managed to get their barkers off the streets, and yesterday's fanatics have returned home to their families and honest work. Thank you for your help, Cain. I will not leave you of my own accord until I repay you for your kindness. Have you heard anything about the Kingdom of the Cleansed or the First Faithful? Not yet. I don't know whether to be glad about it or not. The priest may be regrouping, in which case it may be all the more difficult to defeat him. Okay. Alright. That should finish up that quest for now. So I think that leaves us with the Hunting Lodge and Candlemere. We'll have to decide which of those to do first. I'm leaning towards Candlemere just because it's part of the Trouble quest, and then we'll move on to the Season of Bloom. We've got the companion quests all cleaned up for now. And we're pretty much caught up in our kingdom building at the moment. Let me look and see how much BP we have. 71. So we could build the settlement. Might just wait. We'll pick up some more here when some of these things finish up. We're going to take over to a new month. We'll wait a little bit on that. Maybe next time. I've got a lot of gold, so I could buy a bunch of BP and get some things built. We might do that to start out next time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.